to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rebecca. If you are returning, then welcome back. So today's look, I'm just kind of going to be doing, I think, like a rosy kind of brown kind of eyeshadow. That's kind of what I'm in the mood for. I'm in the mood for something natural, but also looks as though you've made an effort. And also it shouldn't take too long to do. I'm really sorry if I sound a little bit bunged up. I'm still kind of getting over a bit of a cold, which is kind of doing my head in, and I so hope it disappears for my holiday because it's driving me insane. If you do enjoy this video, then please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll just jump straight into it. So for primer today, I'm going in with my usual one. This is just the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue. Then I'm going in with the Original Professional and just popping this on this like centres of my face just to blur any pores that we do have. Then for foundation today, I'm going in with the Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is in the shade F3. I've been finding actually that this shade matches me on its own okay at the time. So that's good. I don't need to mix two shades anymore. And to blend this into the skin, I'm using my Real Techniques 301 brush. It's a part of one of the Crushed Metals collections, but I don't know which one it is, I'm sorry. I'm just bouncing and buffing this into the skin. I'm not bothered about too much coverage. I do just want it a little bit natural, and also around my nose as well, because I'm still kind of getting over my cold with sneezing and stuff. I don't want to put too much product around it, because other than that, when you're blowing your nose all the time, it can kind of look as though it's rubbing off. Well, obviously it does rub off, but if I don't put too much product, then I can just kind of touch it up a little bit and it doesn't look as though it goes cakey or anything. I hate colds, especially like the job that I'm in. It's an absolute nightmare. It does my head in, because you've got to like wash your hands, sanitize them every single time, and obviously it's not great when you're doing clients and stuff. It's just not very convenient to have a cold. A typical thing, I got the cold when it was actually really nice outside. I think it was just the fact that all the change in weather, like the weather couldn't decide what it wanted to do. Like some days it was raining, some days it was cold, some days it was like nice and well it was kind of warm. So I think it just kind of played up a bit and thought, you know what, we're just gonna give you a cold. Then for concealer today, I'm using the Collection Lasting Perfection in Fair 1. I'm just popping this under my eyes in like a triangle kind of motion. Does anyone else find that when you've got a cold, your eyes always seem a lot more like puffy and stuff like that? But then again, in the beginning, I didn't know if there was like a mixture of like hay fever or like cold. So it might be a little bit of both, I don't know. Then I'm just using my Real Techniques sponge to blend this in. So obviously it's now the summer holidays, so what are all your guys' plans for that? In the UK, the kids have just like broke up, so if you work in a school or you've got kids, what are your plans to do with them? I always think 6 weeks holiday is great, but obviously it's for the parents. It's a time for like trying to fill the time in the space, because obviously if parents are still working as well themselves, it can cost like a fortune in like summer camps and stuff like that, unfortunately. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my Cupid's bow, a bit on my chin, and I'm going to pop a little bit on my nose. I'm not going to pop too much, and just blend this in. And then I've actually really been liking doing this, so taking the darker shade of the foundation I've just used, and this is F12, and I'm just going to be doing a little bit of cream contouring. I really like the way that this looks, and then if you powder over it, it looks really natural. It's just a little bit that I use, and I just use, it was a part of, I don't know what one it is, it's the 301, I think it was one of the, was it the bronze metals or something like that. And I'm just blending this in now. Obviously it can look a little bit crazy at this point, but we're going to soften it with our foundation brush. But I just find as though it blends into the skin really nicely, and also it means we don't need to do a lot of like bronzing and stuff with like powders and things. It all just kind of sits in and melts into the skin. Then to powder my face, I'm using the original RCMA No Colour powder. Then I'm going in with the Real Techniques contour brush and setting under my eyes with this. I've not actually been powdering my face down this much. I think I mentioned it in my previous video. So it's kind of quite strange to be doing this, but it's nice because obviously it does make your makeup last longer, and today I do need it to last for quite a long time because I'm going out all day. Then I'm just going to be using a big brush and the same powder just to dust it all over my skin, because like I said, I've not really been powdering that much and it has been lasting actually. I don't know if that's my skincare routine or whatever. My oil, it just isn't coming through just as much as what it used to, so I don't need to go crazy with the powder. Then for bronzer, I'm just going in with a little bit of Benefit Hoola because I'm not really doing anything too crazy. And I'm just going to take this brush here, it's just like a tapered brush, and just kind of work it a little bit into it, but not too much. Just to add a tiny little bit to it, but we're not going too crazy. And then I'm just going to be doing the sides of my nose, so I'm just going to take this flat brush that I always use. I got this off Amazon. It's a copy of like the NARS ITA brush, and just contouring the sides of my nose a little bit. Like so. Then for blush today, I'm going in with my go-to blush that if I don't know kind of what eye look it's going to wind up being, this just goes with absolutely everything, and it's the Essence Silk Touch blush in the shade Baby Doll. It's just like the perfect kind of blush for me. Then for highlighter, I'm going in with the Model Co highlighter in the shade Moonshine. Which just looks like this. I got this out of one of my Birch boxes a couple of months ago, and I really like the way that it looks, so. It's not like too crazy of a highlight, which is what I quite like. It's just kind of like a nice subtle kind of glow, which is very nice on the skin. Then for brows, I am going to be filling in how I normally fill them in. The last few times I've kept them quite natural, but I fancy going for a bit of a bolder brow today. And also they're in desperate need of being done, but I'm holding off until my holiday, so that's kind of why I need to fill them in a little bit more, because there's not much tint left on them or anything, so. Then I'm setting them in place with my Benefit Gimme Brow. So for the eyes, I'm going to start out with the Shadix or the Remix palette, and I'm going in with the shade Bestie right here as just my transition colour. Then I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and I'm going to be mixing these two matte shades just here, and I'm going to put this in my crease a little bit more like defined and then buff it out. So I'm literally using a very small pencil brush to do this. So now I'm basically like kind of going over that pink a little bit to kind of neutralise it. But the reason that I did that kind of a pinky colour was so that it kind of shone through a little bit, so that it'll match in with the kind of rosy colour that I put on the lid. Then I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and then just blend them edges out. Then I'm going to be going in with just that shade on its own now. I'm just focusing that right in the crease with the same brush that I've just used. Then now that's done, I'm working on the lower lash line. So I'm taking the first brush that I used, which was this brush, and taking the first pink and the run it on me. Like so. And then taking the same brush, I'm not really adding anything to this brush at the moment. I'm just going to run it underneath because I think there might be enough pigment on it. Like that. Just so it's all now connected in. I'm just going to take that dark colour and just really just stamp it. Just on the very outer corner. Then for my lid colour, I'm going in with the shade Trick right here. And I might wind up mixing a little bit of Buzz into it, but at the moment I'm just using this shade. And these don't come out super pigmented. I'm just going to pop the layer on it, and then I'll probably go in with a more intense like spray and stuff. Because I do come out a little bit shimmery, but nothing like how I want it to be. It's a very nice natural colour, but I just wanted to stand out a little bit more today. So I'm just laying the foundation down a bit, and then I'm going to go in with my Max Fix Plus and spritz my brush. There we go. So that is the finished eyeshadow. And now I'm going to be going in with mascara, and I'm using... Wait a minute. Before I do that, I'm just going to go in with my Model Coat highlighter again and just pop it just on my brow bone. And on the inner corner. Like so. Now we'll go in with mascara, and I'm using the Botanic Beauty Nourishing Mascara. Then for lips, I'm going in with the Ritzy Cosmetics. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I got this out of a Birchbox, and it's a shade Trial. I really like this lip colour because it's just a tiny little bit darker than my natural. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just go and dry and straighten my hair, and I'll be back in just a second. Right everyone, so this is the finished look. I hope you do like it. I have done something kind of similar to this on my channel. It's not exactly the same, but I have done something kind of rose goldy, but I really like the way that this is paired up with a lip, and also you've got the touch of brown in there and the pink to kind of tie it all together. I really like that. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button down below. And thank you so much to everyone that has been supporting my channel and also recently subscribed to it as well. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will just catch you in my next one. Alright, bye guys.